Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dell'Olio, and this is some beet juice. As the title suggests, we're going back to the Tiger King tonight. I'm sorry, I know. But there's just some stuff that's happened after the Tiger King's release and the fallout that I really want to talk about. So pull up a chair, probably already sitting down. Sit back down on your couch, lay back down in your bed, whatever time of the day it is, and just chill with me for a little bit, and let's talk mano a mano, or if you're a woman, man to woman. I'm not mansplaining. The Tiger King. Have I not milked that series enough? The answer is no. The answer is no, because there are a few things I really want to get off my chest. The first thing is, we touch on it a lot in the Tiger King review, is a lot of people taking the side of old Joe Exotic. I don't know if it's because of the meme. I'm usually pretty good at memes. I feel like someone who's good at memes doesn't have to explain themselves, but I feel like I have to explain myself right now in this circumstance, because this series was really depressing, and one of the reasons why it was so depressing was Joe. Let me spell it out for you real quick. It's not... It's funny. It is funny. Don't get me wrong. The almost animated feud, like it looked like it could have come off of a Saturday morning cartoon between Joe Exotic and Carole Baskin. Ridiculous, and made for great TV. And we said that several times. Real quick, I'm gonna get something on in the background so you have something else to look at other than my face. Are you happy now, you ADHD scrubs? Are you happy? Got your boys in the background. Where was I? Yes, makes for great TV. The feud makes for great TV, but I'm not above making jokes at people's expense. I'm not above that, and I'm not above laughing at just kind of horrendous situations. I think comedy is the way we get through a lot of stuff. However, I'm noticing a lot of people, through their comedy, through their memes, through their just kind of, I don't know, the way they're presenting themselves, is that they're on the side of Joe Exotic. Really think that's a dangerous thing to be doing for many reasons. The first of all being, he's an animal abuser. That's shown several times throughout this series alone, but you can look at the police reports and the witness accounts and several other videos taken on his property that shows the fact that he was abusing these animals. Not to mention the weird sex cave that he had with taxidermy tigers that he had killed. Do not get me wrong. What I just said, what just came out of my mouth, my vocal cords just produced. I can't speak tonight, and that's fine. I swear I haven't been drinking, Mom. I swear. That's hilarious. That whole sentence I just said, that Joe Exotic had a sex cave filled with taxidermy tigers that he killed himself, that's a sentence that I never thought was ever going to be issued or spoken by any human ever. And I'm saying it in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. So, animal abuser aside, we will come back to that, because there's another part to this, as the title probably states, a little bit of a call out. But we'll get back to the animal abuser part in a little bit. Let's go on to his manipulation. So for those of you who don't know, I'm the son of a great manipulator, and I'm not talking about my mother. So I know what it's like to see a manipulator up close and personal. I know what it's like to be manipulated by a manipulator. Say that 10 times fast. Good grief. This man abused, mutilated, strung along, and just destroyed the lives of so many people. He used his mother, his parents, but namely his mother. Happy Mother's Day. The filming was on Mother's Day, by the way. Drained her bank account dry. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the straight men that he strung along for drugs. Immediately after one of his employees was brutally mauled by a tiger, his words were, "I'm never going to financially recover from this." Don't get me wrong. Coming from someone who's owned a small business in the past and really wants to own businesses in the future, that thought's going to cross your mind. It will. Numbers are eventually going to cross your mind. If you're a sane human being, they probably shouldn't, you probably shouldn't say anything about them for at least 24 hours. 20 minutes is probably that's probably not when you should be thinking about the money. You should probably just be hoping and praying, if you do that sort of thing, that your coworker, who's probably your friend by this point, survives. It is insanity to me that people are still calling for him to be freed. This is crazy to me. And this leads to my final point, which is my call-out point. I have seen so many companies profiting off of the back of this expose, this documentary, in the few short weeks since it's come out. And every single one of them is pro-Joe Exotic. Now, these are not companies that have made a stand for or against animal rights in the past, but now that we know a little bit of the character of Joe Exotic, why? Why are they putting his face anywhere near their brands? Let's take a look at one. I got a couple on Facebook they've banned me from commenting on any of their stuff. Let's go. What is it called? Barbell Voodoo. Barbell Voodoo. Now this is a company that they look like they're a little bit into like anime and stuff like that. I'm kind of into that, And then they come up with this picture, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's a meme, It's a joke. It's topical. But you know this man has murdered several endangered animals, right? Like, that's not a good look, right? A serial animal abuser who doesn't know how to take care of his employees, who doesn't know how to take care of his lovers, and who doesn't know how to take care of his animals. They're in too small of cages. There's too many of them in these too small of cages. On top of that, anytime one of them lashes out and actually acts like a tiger or an animal, well, it's off to the mass burial ground that they uncovered. Yeah, that's a thing behind the place. The first question I have is why would you print this T-shirt? The second question is why would you ban me from commenting on all of your stuff, or really messaging you or anything like that? I can't even like your page. You've shadow banned me, so that's super cool. And then what was the other one? There was one other one. This is their brand name, Mom. I'm not swearing, but shitty coolers. Why are you printing things with a serial animal abuser on it? That's, once again, not a good look. I understand that a lot of your stuff is about hunting and about fishing. For some reason, in some circles of fishing and hunting, something that I am avid at both. I love fishing and I love hunting. That might come as a shock to some of you for how I've been portraying animals through this whole thing. I like to eat meat, really like to hunt, really like to fish. When it's done ethically and responsibly, it's the cleanest, safest, easiest way for the animal to be turned into meat, essentially. And I'm proud to say that I am an avid hunter and an avid fisherman. But it's really cool in some circles of hunting and fishing to be a jerk to animals. And I don't understand. Don't get it. From just blasting rattlesnakes away when you see them, to catching way over the limit, the bag limit, then bragging about it. There's a reason those limits are in place, Daryl. It's because if you exceed that too many times, you can do that animal's population to the point of no return. And going through their Facebook page, which they haven't shadow banned me from, good on them. They still let me talk. They kind of fit that group a little bit from some of the pictures that I'm seeing. They really glorify animals getting killed. And it's, look, nothing wrong taking a picture of the animal that you've just downed. You want to get behind it, pose with it, whatever. You want to kind of honor that animal's life in that way. I suppose that's okay. I have nothing wrong with people making mounts or taxidermies or anything like that. But when I can just see that you kind of don't respect the animal that you just killed, I get a little heated. So why was I banned from what was that even called? Barbell Voodoo, and there were a couple others that I'm sure I'll sprinkle in. Well, it's quite simple. I called them out, and I said, that's great, you know? I'm really happy that I can now wear a t-shirt with an animal abuser on it. I just want to know when the Michael Vick line's dropping. So that happened. Every time I see these posts, I always ask when the Michael Vick line is dropping, because it's on the same level, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned. So this was pretty serious. I'm sorry that the tone of this video got very serious. However, I just feel like people are ignorant of who this guy really is. Maybe they didn't watch the whole series. Maybe they just watched it in one go and didn't pick up on all of it, and how much damage that guy did to our industry, and to, I say our because I really want to get back into exotic animals, and how much damage he did to those people around him and the animals around him. It is ridiculous. And this isn't just about Joe Exotic. I know the whole video has kind of been about calling people out who are praising him, and no. If you have for 1 second been like, oh, free Joe Exotic, or, you know, whatever, and you know what he's done, you're wrong. And I have nothing wrong with saying that you're wrong, because you're wrong. But this goes for all of it. If you agree with anything Doc Antle is doing, you're wrong. If you're just wanting to sweep Carol Baskin's husband's murder under the rug, you're wrong. The worst part about this rant and about the Tiger King as a whole is that there are no good guys. And that sucks. I think as far as I can tell, with kind of the information I have, what Carol is doing, running a rescue for these animals, just for them to live the rest of their lives in peace, predominantly away from people, I think that's fantastic. That's great. However, if it is uncovered somehow that, yeah, holy cow, she murdered her husband, yeah, lock her away. She doesn't deserve to be out free. However, continue to take care of those animals. My whole stance is for the animals. This is not about who's right or wrong. However, let me go back to it one more time. If you think that Joe Exotic should be free, you're wrong. Yeah, I'm right in saying that. So once again, I'm very sorry that this was a little bit more of a serious topic than it usually is. I promise the next video is going to be a little bit lighter in the subject matter. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Marcus Dell'Olio. Have a good night, a good day, whatever time of the day is you're watching this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.